On to you crabs out here, you have the moon, ironically, the seven of swords, and then you crabs also have the four of pentacles. So for you, so there's a sense of you crabs, right? Basically telling somebody no, or telling people that you get into contact with that want too much no, because there's a sense of they look at relationships like a come up. And a lot of you, excuse me, a lot of you crabs see this thing for what it is. You crabs understand that, they will try you. If you're willing to part ways with your money, your resources, people will try you, and they will accept it as well. They will take the money. They don't have integrity to be like, nah, they're not going to. They will literally take it. So the moon card represents not only the moon, the seven of swords represents not only are you creating a boundary, but you'll ghost. You'll stay away from them. You'll leave their life like you were never even here in the first place, because, again, a lot of you crabs are not going for that. Getting to know somebody should be about just that, getting to know them. But I keep saying it a million times. But you have, like for instance, I found out that a lot of people don't even have the internal voice. And what I mean when I say the internal voice, I'm talking about, like, when some of you may not know, but because you don't have it, or you weren't born with it or whatever. But the voice where it's like you in your head and you hear yourself actually thinking, right? You, like, for instance, you could do this. Hold on a second. What's up, my love? All right? Making videos. As usual. Hey, shh. Camera rolling. I'll be out with you in a second, my love. Yeah, sorry about that, but my family came through. But the point that I'm trying to make here with that is that for you, once again, I've been talking about it, but a lot of people don't have that internal voice. Like, if you be quiet and you, like how I'm gonna do, and you will say, what I said in my head is I'm thinking to myself, but I heard that internal voice. A lot of people don't have that anymore. Empty. And that internal voice is what you're gonna need in order to help you live your life, because that internal voice is the divine voice of what I'm talking about, right? But the point that I'm trying to make here is that's that internal guidance. And a lot of people don't have that. Why is that important? Because I've been talking about it for the longest time. They don't get it, even though you crabs do. People who don't come to my channel, they're not going to learn the lessons. People who come to my channel and don't take it seriously, they're not going to learn the lessons of what it is that I'm saying. Right? You crabs have. Y'all know what type of time it is. It's about actually getting into a connection. This is why it is I keep saying it. Love pays the bills. Everybody wants to play like that's not what it is. That's hubris. And that's stupidity. Because I don't have people bashing my car. I don't have a car. But the point that I'm trying to make here is I don't have people like throwing eggs at my door and wrecking my property and all this goofy stuff that people go through because I'm not playing the game. I just don't have that, because if a person plays games with me, I'm going to stop rocking with them. If they're gonna come to my home and try to pour bleach on my clothes, I'm gonna call the cops. And they know that I'm not playing the game. So the game, whatever it is, whatever game it's called, right? Role playing this relationship, one person be the out of their mind scorn like I'm not, because it wastes time. This is why you have a lot of people complaining about, oh, inflation, but you can't do that and waste time at the same time. You're gonna have to pick between one or the other. Do you, if you want your life to get on point, that means your life has to become organized. There has to be a system. So you crabs realize that a lot of people don't have a system. They're not organized. Why am I saying this? The Nine of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. They want you crabs to pay for all of this and pay for all of that. But lo and behold, what do you crabs actually get out of it? You crabs more than likely don't get a thing out of it. You get hogwash out of it. And then the Nine of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Three of Wands right here speaks to how you crabs, right? So here they are calling you again, trying to stay attached to you as much as possible, some of the people that you've met, because they see you as you are their target. They got to get you to pay for something, because it's also ego tied into this as well. And the fact that you crabs aren't sweating it and you're representing yourself the way that you are, right? You're actually civilized. You crabs are actually decent people. You crabs actually strive to be as decent as you can. Obviously, everyone is a-holes, right? But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you have to compound the issue of being an a-hole. You can legitimately actually strive to be more tolerable, right? Everyone has terrible issues. Myself, everyone does. You wouldn't exist if you didn't have that. But at the same time, it's like it's a matter of how do I say this? You crabs basically seeing it for what it is. And see, the Three of Wands speaks to how you crabs, not only do you see it, but you're not tolerating it. You're tolerating enough of it to understand them, but you're not tolerating it to be with them. Because you crabs know that there's better quality people out, and there is. You have to go looking for it, because everybody is saying that they want the same thing. Everybody's trying to make it look like they want the same thing, or appear that they want love. But then you have a lot of people who are lying mixed in with people who are actually telling the truth. So you have to decipher. See, this is what I'm saying. You got to decipher which is which, because it's like the tale of two cities, the tale of two brothers, like they said from Yu-Gi-Oh, right? If one of them always tells the truth and one of them always lies, which one is which? One of them is going to tell you to go to the right because they're telling the truth, and one of them is going to also tell you to go to the right because they would be lying, unless you come to the realization of how far back the actual lies go. What do I mean? Meaning that they were both lying. Meaning that what I'm trying to say with that is that they never intended on actually really trying to be in a relationship with you. They wanted you because you crabs look good, and that, crabs are kind of taking losses in some ways, but a lot of you crabs are also getting a lot of win in other ways. I've been sitting back paying attention to the zodiac signs. Crabs may have had a difficult year this time around, but generally speaking, you crabs still have a lot of great things going for you. You know, Elon Musk is a crab. If you paid attention to the Tesla stock, right? The Tesla stock went from 285 to 355, right? So the Queen of Cups, and then you have the Page of Pentacles right here, speaks to how you crabs. Hold on, you okay? All right. So you crabs know what type of time it is. That's why you're not wasting your time trying to convince anybody why having value is a good thing and why actually being in, they'll never understand. They're too conceited for that. But we all know how conceit ends. It ends in a person's own dysfunction. The point that I'm trying to make here with this reading, right? What the cards are saying is that it's saying be very mindful about the quality of the people that you crabs are meeting, right? And screen people. Really check, because you crabs have something to offer, is what the cards are saying. And that people will use you for everything that you've got. If you're willing to share, they're willing to take. They're not really willing to give anything meaningful back in exchange whatsoever. So be mindful. Let's clarify the Page of Pentacles. The Devil, which is Capricorn, the Temperance, a Tower, see? Four of Swords, and then you have the King of Pentacles, right? You coming in, what they don't know about you crabs is that you coming in willing to share, but you're not an idiot. And that you're able to walk away from connections if they asking too much. If a person asks for too much too soon, stay away from them. If a person ain't trying to make a spiritual connection, no exceptions to that, stay away from them, because the whole point of relationships is not about collecting money like a person is entitled to it. Everybody's going to spend their money however they choose to. So the whole ideology of, oh, I'm trying to, like a person trying to get you crabs to be in love with them, to start spending and all of that, that proves that love pays the bills. That everybody is acting like, oh, I don't want to be taken advantage of, so I'm going to ignore the fact that love pays the bills, and then lie and say that it doesn't. But so why is it that a person's trying to get you to fall in love with them? So that they can take advantage, so that they can get you to pay for things, because they know that once you get emotionally involved and you're in a situation where you actually care about them for real, you will start paying for things. I.e., that just proved my point that factually speaking, love does in fact pay the bills. Because think about it, crabs, if it was all just nothing but a transaction, they should come to you straight out and talk the transaction. Look, I'm providing this for exchange of this. Let's make a contract. This for that. That's what they should do. So the thing about it is that the Four of Swords and the King of Pentacles represent. So don't be fooled, crabs. You got a lot of people out here that is trying to use your good heart. Take it for a ride. Take it, you know what I'm saying? Take it for granted and all of that. Don't allow people to take it for granted. You crabs got something that you can offer. Let people kick rocks that just wants to essentially use your kindness for weakness. and watch how it is that they come back to you crawling because they didn't get anything out of you, right? And they have to get something out of you. Otherwise, they can't detach because it's the thrill of the chase. So that's it. Trying to get the YouTube channel to over 100K. We're approaching 17,100. Smash the subscribe button. Smash the like button. Hit the notification bell. Set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my video.